Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio. Your greatest changes come from consistency, not magic. Now, most people wouldn't rely on magic for change, say weight loss or muscle definition or body shape changes, but we do a lot of times use things that are similar to magic. We use supplement companies that say take this pill and all things will be better and you won't have to worry about it, or do this crash diet and you won't have to worry about it, just starve yourself for a few days, or just do juices, or just do this cleanse, or just do this workout program. And it all turns out to be something that can cause a false sense of change. So what are we talking about? Well, the body is made to adapt. It's such a miraculous thing. It's made to adapt to its situation. So change is going to cause change, meaning that if you change your lifestyle, if you change what you're eating, what you're drinking, what your exercise routine is, what your activity level is, if you change what you're doing, your body is going to adapt to that, good or bad. So that means if you increase your activity level, you might burn some extra calories and cause some good change in the body. If you decrease your calorie level, your body's going to say, oh, we don't need to burn off that many calories, so let's just hold on to this and we can rest here. And it's going to lower things. So we do want to make sure that we're changing in the right way. Now, you say, well, if those other things work, why not do them, right? If this crash diet works, why not do it? Well, it'll work for a little while. It will change your body, typically because it's changing the physiology of your body, not because it's enhancing your health, but it actually starts to degrade your health. So a lot of those so-called magic pills that we have, or quick fixes or things like that, typically tend to cause unhealth within the body. They cause a worsening of health, which right now you may not notice. Maybe you're in your 20s or 30s and you do something and you feel like, well, it worked, so I'll keep going with it. And that's great, but you don't see the long-term disadvantages to doing that. A lot of these so-called magic situations cause a lot of long-term chronic disease or a lot of long-term chronic pains within the body, unhealth within the body, that can later on lead to some big stuff. And those are those days whenever you wake up and you think, man, I can't figure out what has gone wrong and why all these things are wrong. But it's not what you've done the last day or the last week or even the last year. Sometimes it's what you've done 10, 15 years before. It's all cumulative. The body builds up these memories of things, and it builds up, you build up inflammation, you build up injury, and all sorts of things within the body just start to accumulate over time. And then you cause these volcano type problems, is kind of what it feels like, that all of a sudden you wake up and this whole thing is erupted and you don't know what's happened. So your greatest change comes from consistency, but whatever you're doing, if you're going to do something, it's worth doing right? Anything you do is worth doing right. Kind of grew up hearing that all the time. So while the body will respond to any stimulus, why not make sure that that stimulus is going to be something that's going to support you both in your physique desires, but also in your health desires? Because I don't know of anybody who wants to be less healthy. They may not be focused on being more healthy, but they definitely don't want to be less healthy. I mean, how many times have you heard it this flu season that I don't have time to be sick? I've got to go to work. I've got to see all these people. I've got to keep doing my life because I don't have time to be sick. So nobody wants to be less healthy. Nobody wants to be the person who says, well, I can't go to XYZ event because I'm just not healthy enough to get there. I can't get out of the house. My muscles don't work right. My body doesn't work right. Everybody wants to be healthy. So whether or not that's your primary focus, it may or may not be, but it is a part of the focus that you have in life, is to be more healthy. And in order to do that, we've got to make sure that the changes that we are causing our body in order to reach these physique goals, because we all know it. You get on the scale, you look in the mirror, that's the goal, right? Is to look better, to feel better, and to weigh less. Well, sometimes weighing less isn't as big of a picture piece as what we think it is. Sometimes we make that the whole picture, and it's really just one tiny piece. We were actually just discussing this with a client today, as they were noticing that their weight wasn't quite doing what it wanted to do, but their clothes were changing and their body was changing, and they're very confused because we all the time make this weight picture the entire picture of what we're trying to do. So instead, take a step back. And just like I told that client, we're going to look at body composition. We're going to look at your health level, and the body composition, how much fat versus how much muscle we have. It's going to give us a better idea of your current level of health than any number on a scale will. So we want to step back and we want to look at that number and think, okay, that is more important. It's more of the picture than what this weight number is. It's still not the whole picture because there's several pieces that go into that picture altogether. And so what we want to do is start to look at that and think, what is our ultimate goal? Well, for most people, ultimate goal, if you really sit down and hammer it out, it's going to be health. Then after that, it's going to be fit, right? So you can be skinny, you can be fit. Let's go for fit, because fit also means healthy, that we've got that in there. And we know that anytime that you're trying to make changes on the outside of your body, we have to get the inside of the body healthy first. If we don't fix that on the inside, the outside will not change. So whether that is a joint issue that you've got, whether that is extra inflammation that you're carrying around, whether that's extra fat that we're carrying around, whether that is just bad habits or a negative mindset or a lack of sleep, our body has to be healthy on the inside first. Then it can go to the outside. So that's where we're a little bit different. We actually work with clients from the inside out. We work on all realms, in a comprehensive program to where they get exercise, nutrition, but also the lifestyle part that we need to help the body to become healthier. And we start to work on goals slowly, a little bit at a time, so that we can stair step our way to them. Most of our clients see great success with that. So if you're taking goals into too large of a step, you're trying to jump 6 steps at the same time, you may not notice results as quickly as if you take them one at a time and step it up. So today, whenever you sit down to think, because we all have that time to sit down and think, right? Just want to kind of think about what your real goals are. And are those quick fixes really worth it? If you did a quick fix today and it made you lose 50 pounds, that would be awesome, right? But what if that 50 pounds from that quick fix caused you to be severely unhealthy a year or 2 from now? Would it be worth it? So that's the risk we run every time that we try these new supplement products or these new, diet crazes or these new things. We don't know the long-term risks of those a lot of times as we're being sold that from someone. They're selling us a product or a service or something, and they don't know the long-term risks of what this new fad, this new trend is going to cause. And they don't know how to customize that to you to make sure that it doesn't cause inappropriate side effects. So what we want to do is we want to go with things that are foundational in value, that they start out in the foundations, that it's things that have been done and experienced through research and through trials and things like that, so we make sure that they're safe. And it's things that aren't crazy. So like with our clients, whenever we're teaching them how to eat, we're teaching them how to eat food. We're not throwing supplements at them. We're not saying that supplements are bad, but we're not throwing them at them. That's not the basis of their diet. Their diet, their nutrition plan is actual food. And it's food that not only they can eat, but their entire family can eat. So meaning that it's safe enough for their kids, it's safe enough for their family, it's safe enough for them, it causes results, but it doesn't take all the hype information out there, because the hype can be positive or negative. So it can cause results, yes, but are they healthy results? That's to be determined most of the time. So definitely find yourself a program that works for you. We'd love to help you out if that's something that you're interested in, that maybe you just haven't found the right fit for you yet. Feel free to give us a call or comment below to contact you and everything. We'd be happy to do that and give you some more information about what we do to help people, and just sit down and have a conversation, see if we're the right fit for you. But whatever you're doing, remember that your greatest changes come from consistency, not from magic. We'll talk to you soon.